Welcome, hello. My name is Yulia or Julia. I'm a crafter from Ukraine, and this channel is basically about my hobby, my fiber craft, mainly cross stitch. I'm really into cross stitch in this period of time. And in today's video, I would like to show you my collection of lavender and lace charts, patterns, designs. The designer of these charts was Merilyn I. And if you want to learn about her more, there is an awesome video posted by a YouTuber named Mary Rose, and her Flosstube channel is Stitch Bliss Corner. I will put link to the description box. It was her video number 34. This is quite an old video, but I watched it over again several times because this lady Mary Rose, she did a very great job putting together information about Merilyn, and I learned a lot of information about her, and I was impressed by this woman. She was very talented and very kind. So, to be honest, at first I didn't pay attention to lavender and lace charts. I was more interested in Mirabilia and Nora Corbett, and they are also just perfect, and I'm still in love with them, and I have a lot of them. And lavender and lace, they seem to me, you know, not so vibrant, not so fancy maybe. They are, yeah, a little bit on old school side, so I was not quite interested in them, and that's a shame. It is embarrassing to admit that right now. But then I started to read and try to find some information about actually Nora Corbett, because I was and I am just I'm crazy about her fancy ladies. And then I learned that Merilyn was her mother, and I was really interested in that, and I started to also search for information about Merilyn. And the more I learned about her, then I like reevaluated her designs. Yeah, now I have quite a big collection. I have 38, if my calculation is correct. And there are in total 65 designs in lavender and lace series, because there are two more series also by Merilyn. One of them is Told in the Garden, and another one is Butternut Road. I also have several charts from both of those lines, and I want to get a few more from Butternut Road, and of course I want to have more from Lavender and Lace, but today I will show you what I have. Now I will switch camera and will film overhead, so it is easier to show you the patterns, because the previews of them are really tiny. And I also have this chart. This is the very first chart designed by Merilyn. It is Told in the Garden number 1, and it is named The Quilting. I was looking for it, and I really wanted to have it. Like the very first. This is where the era of fancy ladies started, because if we did not have Merilyn and her designs, her particularly angels, and mostly angels, I think we would never have Mirabilia, Nora Corbett, and Bella Filippina, and others fancy ladies. So I'm really happy to have it, and it is hand hand charted, and there is handwritten somewhere by Merilyn, where the back stitch is described. So I'm really pleased to have it in my collection. So now we're switching, and I will show you my Lavender Lace collection. So my collection of Lavender and Lace charts starts with this one, Winter Rose. This is number 2, and the description on the Told in the Garden site, and you can actually check the site. It has a lot of information about the designer, some her quotes from articles, and it also has the descriptions for the charts, because the charts themselves, they do not have any information, comparing, for example, with the Mirabilia, where you can find a short description of the design right on the pattern. For these ones, you need to go to the site. So for this one, it says, our skater glides romantically across the icy blue pond in her rose velvet gown. And she holds a little rose in her hand. What I would like to, I wish there will be just a shape of her second leg. I understand that it is hidden, but I don't know, when I look at her, it looks for me that she just stands, and this is actually the wind that lifted her skirt. I don't know. But she's very cute, and this pattern, like an eyes with, you can distinguish roses in this pattern. I love it very much. Okay, the next one is number 6, Lavender and Lace number 6. It is Gift of Peace. Our antique Santa gently holds a baby dove. His basket of fruit represents the world, and the branches, the stars. So on top of these branches there are beads of Kreinik. I don't know. Let's check what we have here. Okay, we only have gold, metallic, and in the older patterns they do not suggest any specific kind of metallic thread. It just says gold, and in the later there will be directions and numbers and companies of those codes that should be used, but in earlier ones you can just see gold. So I think these stars, you can kind of see them here. So this is like an earth, and these are stars. And this Santa has a companion piece. I will not put it far away so that I then can show you both of them. This is number 7, Angel of Light. This Victorian Christmas angel flies over a village. You can see a village, small houses, scattering stars from the light of her candle. Her gown is green with cranberry ribbons. And Merilyn had very fine sense of colors. She always uses some interesting names for her colors, because I would just said red ribbons and that's it, but she used cranberry to describe the color. And I also find an interesting information she shared one of the articles that Richard Fabrics company reached her to help out with the names for some of their fabrics, because they ran out of names for fabrics, and Merilyn suggested the names blueberry, taupstone, elderberry, and larkspur, like a bird. I don't know if I pronounced correctly. And she said, I called one elderberry because it was just the color that my clothes looked after I had been straining elderberries to make jam. Funny. Okay, this angel also has a companion. It even says the first angel of light. And there will be a companion again. I will not put it far away so that we can then see them together. This one, number 8, County Fair. It says, dressed in her Sunday best, she shows her fruits and vegetables at the fair. You can see she kinda really chose everything she had beautiful. Her hat and this shawl. And interesting to me that these fairs are still held and organized in US. It is very interesting because I see a lot of Flosstubers like saying that they were participating and some of them won, and they show this ribbon like reward stuff made of ribbon, you know, for first place, for second place. That's interesting. It seems to be like a very traditional and old thing, but it is still going on. That's like cool. It like connects you right with your heritage and history. Cool. Good for you. From everyone who is from US. Yeah, this is the companion for the Santa that I previously showed. It is number 11, Spirit of Christmas. Oh, I didn't say the years, so let's come back. The first one I have this winter rose. It is 1988, and then we have several of 1989 Santas and these angels. So the Santa, oh no, this one is copyright 1990. Our magical glowing Santa reflects the spirit of love and giving. He holds the star of Christmas in his hand. Again, due to the fabric choice, you hardly can see the star. Kinda see that you can see on the pattern. I would change the fabric color, I think, and let's see them together. Oh, glare. Oh, okay. It is better now. So yeah, 2 Santas. Then we have companion for the first angel. This is second angel, angel of hope, designed during, oh no, this is angel of freedom. This is number 10. Oh, I mixed up the numbers, so Santa was 11, this is 10. She is the matching angel of the angel of light, done in blues and metallic coats. And again, you see like a continuing of those houses, and they like can be stitched together. Okay, let's move on. This is Angel of Hope, number 13, designed during Desert Storm. The yellow ribbons on this angel represents our hope for peace. And if you don't know, don't remember, Desert Storm was a military company provided by several countries to help Kuwait and to deoccupy it when Iraq occupied it, and that was in early 90s. And I think the ribbons, they also look like sand dunes, like a desert, right? So Merilyn was very responsive to everything that happened in the world, and a lot of her pieces, her designs are dedicated to peace. And sometimes I'm wondering which design she would create nowadays if she was alive. I'm sure she will react somehow to what is going on in the world right now. Okay, Angel of Hope. Then we have Sweet Dreams, number 14, 1991. It says, done in mauves and blues, she cradles a sleeping child. Very cute and peaceful. So tender and sweet. Yeah, really, sweet dreams. My 16 years old, he turned 16 just recently, a month ago. So on the next day after his birthday, he said, "Oh, Mom, well, I would like to come back to my childhood. It was so much easier to be just a little child." And now, this understanding that he is growing up and it is about to be a man with all the responsibilities. It was hard to him to accept. Okay, I tried to calm him down and said that you are still a child and I'm here still for you to help and protect until you're really a grown-up. Yeah, this scene reminds me when my son was little. Okay, let's go on. Next one is Angel of Grace, done in pale pinks and shades of green. Her ribbons dance in the wind. And again, ribbons. I think this is like a thing that you can distinguish and recognize Merilyn designs by her ribbons. She liked to use them. And look at that, these wings, very gentle and thin. And again, you see this doll with double piece seams. So yeah, she had a lot of design dedicated to peace and understanding between nations and people. Okay, let's go on. Earth Angel, this is number 16, 1992, done in dark blues and earth greens, surrounded by stars. The Earth Angel protects the living earth. Again, something related to peace, and so that we are mindful with what we are doing with our earth and civilization in general. This is 1992, but you can relate still, right? That's like common and never-ending topics. Okay, then we have Guardian Angel, number 18, 1992 also. It says, a protective angel in gold and green carries a tiny baby in her arms. I can see that this, for example, it might be done in Kreinik. All this stuff, I suspect it looks like that. And what do we have here? Yeah, you see now it already says the number of metallic. Okay, then we have Nantucket Rose number 20. Near a little gray and white cottage by the sea, a lady rests under a tree with her roses, done in pinks and grays, her gown and shawl drape over the edge. And I didn't know, I'm bad in geography, but Nantucket is an island in the US. I like it very much. And I googled for that Nantucket rose, and it seems that this is a actual sort of roses. Those, you know, that that I use to decorate some arches. They like climb over some base. I like it very much. Sea, I like sea. I don't like rivers or lakes, you know. I need salted water because I grew up not far away from sea. Okay, this is Ice Angel number 22, 1993. Beads and bulger glisten on the Ice Angel. She hovers over a little pine tree and scatters sparkly snow on its boughs. Look at this lace. Oh my goodness, it like a real. It would be so much fun to do. A lot of white, yeah, but it will be gorgeous. Like it very much. Then we have our Christmas tree, very popular and famous design. Number, hold on. I have things a lot of missed. Where is my Angel of Spring? Okay, we will figure out. It doesn't matter the order. So this is number 24 for Christmas tree, 1993. Victorian children dressed in red decorate the Christmas tree with cranberry and popcorn garland. The garland is strings of red and white beads attached at a few points on the tree. So they are attached and just hanging. The chart is two-sided, with one side showing the ornaments stitched as in the model shown, and the other side has a green tree with only candlelights. It is ready for you to decorate. So it has two versions, with ornaments on the tree and without them. And you can kind of feel the chart is thicker than others. Love it. Then we have, here is my Angel of Spring. Okay, I put it on a different pile. So this is number 23, Angel of Spring, and it opens the series of seasonal angels. There are 4 of them for each season. Blues, pinks, and sparkling gold stars adorn her gown. Roses gather in the folds. She is the matching angel of the Angel of Summer. Yeah, we will see Angel of Summer later. In an interesting story I read, Merilyn said, recently I was asked what the instrument on the Angel of Spring is. I replied that it was a magical, angelic, artistic license sort of thing, totally made up. Imagine my amazement when I was sent the reply that there really is an old instrument almost exactly like what I imagined. It is called a rebec. And I will put here near some pictures, photos of antique pictures and statues with this instrument. It's really funny. They kinda look like exactly the same. Yeah. Okay, then we have number 26, Angel of Love. Again, very popular and famous one. And initially I was not so interested in this angel because it is called Angel of Love, and you know, any kind of romantic relationships between human beings is not something I'm really interested in this time of my life. So I was ignoring it. But then when I read the story, the description of the design, and it says, since the skirt of this angel is 90% beads and rich metallic threads, I consider the completion of this angel to be an act of love. So I reevaluated my feelings about this angel, and now it symbolizes for me your love to your hobby to cross stitch, and I bought it. Then we have matching angel, seasonal angel of summer. It says, done in pinks and golds, the angel of summer carries bows of beaded flowers. She is led by the dove of peace. Again, this theme of peace. Here again. Let's put them together. Where is my angel theme? Here it is. So these two are companion pieces. Okay. Then we have Angel of Mercy. And the background story for this one is sad. So if you don't want to listen to it, if you are not in, in the position in your life and mental health that you feel you are not strong enough to hear some tragic things, you can skip this part. I will put a timestamp. But I was really impressed to read the story too. It gave me an understanding how kind that person was, the Merilyn, the designer. She was reacting for some events, so like it was hers. Let me read you the story. Last fall, a teacher wrote me requesting an all-white bridal angel. I thought it sounded like a great idea, and I designed an angel in a white satin gown edged in light blue and embroidered with pearls. I made her head turn towards the teacher, reaching out in a beckoning way. When designing, I often listened to CNN, and while working on this angel, they announced that the body of dear little Polly Klaas had been found. It crushed me, as I am sure it did anyone with a heart. So I googled about this tragical story. I didn't know. I was like near 10 years old these days, and I'm not sure that any kind of such news reached our country. But I was a child, so I didn't know anything about that. So I read that Polly Klaas was an American murder victim whose case that was a really huge case, very well known and in US. So she was kidnapped from her house, and then she was found murdered. And the person who was suspected to do that, he was threatened to death, strangled to death. A lot of people tried to find the girl, but with no success, unfortunately. Then Merilyn continues, I gazed at the white angel and sketched a little girl reaching out to her. I showed the sketch to some people on my staff, and they started to cry and said I just had to put the child in the design. I made the child in a simple flowing nightgown without lace or ruffles. Her little arm reaches toward the angel. I worked hard on this angel, more than any I have ever done, to make her perfect. She was not perfect until I added the little girl. Originally, this angel was to be called the Angel of Peace. After drawing the little girl, I decided to change her name. I do not know how it feels to lose a child, but I would like to think that this is what happens when a child flies into forever. A stitched model of the Angel of Mercy will be sent to the class family, and a portion of the sales of the design will be given to the Polyclass Foundation. So yeah, this story tells me how and what person Merilyn was actually. Very kind. And yeah. So the chart has a version without the child. You can just add a ribbon to Angel's hand. But I don't know who would get rid of this child, knowing the story. I won't stitch this design, I don't think so. It is too hard. But I wanted to have it, as a reminder and like a demonstration for me that kind people exist, because sometimes it seems that the world is so cruel and mean, and you become like, you lose your hope. But then you read some kind of these stories and you learn about some people like Merilyn, and you like, it gives you like hope. Yeah. So let's continue with seasonal angels. This is Angel of Autumn, number 30, 1994. The third angel in the Angels of the Seasons series is dressed in rich October colors of red and gold, adorned with gold beads. She carries a bouquet of fall leaves and yellow roses. Overdyed wildflower threads from cotton are used for the autumn leaves. As far as I remember, these wildflower threads are a bit thicker, so the leaves will kind of stand out. I think that's, do not quote me, that's my assumption. And what we have here, mill beads also, and metallic, so she will be beautiful. Then we have Morning Song. Again, very nice and sweet scene. It says this design looks like a tapestry because it is solid stitching, so this is full coverage. There is a castle in the distance, you can kind of see. A mother and her two children gather together at the beginning of the day. I don't really relate because my older child is a boy. But you know what? Maybe my daughter will have two children with an older girl, and I will stitch for her. Who knows? Okay. Then we have Angel of Winter, the fourth in this series, number 33, 1995. The fourth angel in the Angel of the Season series is dressed in a cool blues and lavenders. She carries a muff of fur done with whisper thread. So you know this fluffy thread over here. A lot of white. Oh, that would be a challenge. And these two are also companions. Please fit. Okay. Then we have Queen Anne's lace. Oh, gorgeous. Royalty design. It says this design is considered to be a masterpiece of stitching. The gown is regally done in cream and sea blue brocades using cranic braid. So a lot of cranic should be there. And again, this looks like a full coverage. Gorgeous. Then we have Blue Moon Angel, number 36, 1995. A gold charm hangs from the hand of the angel as she floats in front of the moon. You can see this charm. Her gown is draped and swirled in shades of blue and mauve. Gold beads scatter in her path. I tried to find this charm because the instruction actually says the company and the number, but I don't think it is readily available right now. But you know what, you can replace. I think there are a lot of different kind of charms available nowadays. I like the colors. In the fabric also fits very well. That is strange because usually the fabric is not the best choice. Then we have Angel of the Sea, number 37. And for this one I mentioned Mary Rose video. She actually provided a story behind this design, so you can check it out. I will not repeat. I really like it. My father used to be a sailor. That was his job, so I can relate to this design. Then we have Angel of Christmas, and this is the first design done from the suggestions received from the news group. I don't know, I think that was a kind of forum or something online where people could share their, I don't know, requests, comments. I don't know what news group was. She is Arthurian with an over one face that is so real you can see your eyelids. This double-sided craft gives the instruction for her to be stitched to the right or left or both as a pair. Also included is another legend for her gown to be stitched in blues. I will put the picture here from the side. It is tiny little one, but you can kinda understand the idea. So that it isn't a Christmas design. Stitched without wings, she would look like a floating lady of the lake. The blue version could be purple, pink or green as well. Just pull the colors for the blue version, then replace them with the same shades of any color you choose. Do not forget to change the beads too. And there is another version for her face, stitched like with the regular crosses. She will be very sparkly. A lot of cranic I can see. Gorgeous. Okay. White lace, number 40, 1996. This is a bright design, also full coverage. I think I got it kinda in a lot from eBay. I don't think I would buy it by herself. Yeah, most probably I just got it in a lot. Then we have Fairy Dreams. Number 41, 1996. From the maker of angels come her vision of fairies. Fairy Dreams is Merilyn's whimsical interpretation of a childlike fairy drifting through the forest of sleep. You can see her face is really like a child. She carries strands of beads that become the seeds for magical dreams. The generous use of silver braid makes her gown sparkle with stars. Very nice, I like the colors. Then we have Angelica. Angelica is an angel embellished with rich tapestry brocade, celery deep blues, subtle oyster blues, I'm sorry if I pronounced it incorrectly, and burnished golds. You see how she used the names, interesting names for colors. It's like, yeah, it amazed me how she could feel color tones and shades. Her floating hair encircles her face, and she is holding a garland of deep red roses that swirl around her. Her romantic image was inspired by pre-Raphaelite, I think, paintings, which I saw on an exhibit in Washington, D.C. this spring. I have attempted to capture a glimpse of her grace and spirit these visions evoke. She could be stitched without wings and still be as lovely. She has clusters of robin egg blue beads that look like lace. Amazing. Okay, Son of Christmas, one of my recent purchases. Son of Christmas is a collection of all the Christmas requests that Merilyn has had over the last year. There is a Santa holding the Christ child angels and a glittering Christmas tree. The rich reds and golds against the deep green of the decorated tree truly reflect the essence of Christmas. The only thing left to imagine is a delicate song of the angels. This design will be a treasure and continue for years to delight holiday stitchers. I like this design very much. I'm not a religious person, but I value and I like those traditional religious scenes as just a part of our culture and history, and I respect people who have this belief in God. So, but that's that. I don't know. That's a thing for everyone to choose, either they believe or not. But I'm all about kindness and peace, and to be just kind people. I would definitely stitch this one. Okay, then we have Emma's Garden. So sweet and charming, this design is a must stitch. It shows a precious child in a garden of hollyhocks and lavender. She holds white roses with satin ribbons. Combination of embroidery stitches using pearl cotton and floss create the illusion of real lace across the bottom, like a picket fence enclosing her garden. The top of the fabric is dyed so that she has sunshine on top, and the darker blue as a background for her lace. We used a very white ornate frame in a square shape so that it looks like a museum quality piece. This design is dedicated to my new granddaughter Emma Mary Post, who makes the breeze sound like joyous tinkling bells. Yeah, and there is an instruction you see on background how to actually dye the bottom part. So you basically take the blue fabric and then you do something with how do it called, bleach, so that you can get this two colored fabric. I would not play around that. I would just order fabric from, you know, girls who dyed fabrics professionally. I like this design very much, and here I will put a picture of granddaughter this design dedicated to, and you can see that they look similar. Very nice, cute. We are going toward the end. I just have a series of Celtic ladies, not all of them. I have summer, I have, what do I have, spring. These two I got used. You see some marks on the chart. And I also have autumn. I need what? I need Christmas and winter. There are 5 of them. And again, I will send you back to the video I referred, Mary Rose. She included the story behind these Celtic ladies and what inspired Merilyn to create them. And the last one in my collection, Evangeline, was inspired by the survivors of Hurricane Katrina. Their perseverance, I'm sorry, that's a hard word to me, but I think you guess it. In the face of extreme hardship. I don't see. Okay, hardship is symbolized by this beautiful Caucasian woman standing in defiance of the gathering wind. Evangeline will mean many things to many teachers, as each interprets her with their own perspective. Yeah, so for me that's braveness and of people behind some tough life situations. Okay, so that's it. This is my collection. I hope it was interesting, and thanks for watching. Please let me know which one of my collection is your favorite. Favorite. Maybe I will consider to start it. Bye.